Hello, my loves. So this is the second part to the alchemization video that I was just doing earlier. I want to give y'all this knowledge. We're going to go straight into it since y'all already know the little, debrief from earlier in the intro, but we're just going to go right into it. So, the fifth step of alchemization, if you want to get confident within yourself, if you want to learn more about yourself, trust yourself, be in alignment with who you are on the inside so it reflects on the outside, the fifth step of alchemization is putrefaction. So I'll separate it into an A and B section because there's putrefaction and fermentation. So this is referred in chemical definition, the final decay of, the materials. This was also the final decay of your old self. This is the rebirth stage. We're going to have many different spiritual rebirths throughout all of these stages that we go through, but this is yet another one because we keep dying. We keep dying, we keep getting birthed, we keep going through all this process because that's how life is. That is what it's about. Trust and believe. I probably died about 3 times already, and it's not going to be the last time. So, everything will become more clear in this stage. You'll still maintain your authentic qualities about yourself, but this is referred to like as a phoenix rising up from the ashes that you have burned. This is the old negative beliefs, old things that you attach to yourself, things that you thought were always true about yourself. This is the stage where you are completely letting all of that go, that you no longer are an attachment to these ideas. It is still very difficult because this old self is rotting. It is in dying. It is letting go completely, and this can be extremely difficult. And I know that, yes, this stage is difficult too. You already was struggling for the past 4 steps, and now you're going to be struggling some more because that really is how life is. Like, life is just not easy at all. But once you become a master of it, oh shoot, you'll be flying through this shit like easy as heck. It will be easy, it will be smooth, it will be content, it will be enjoyable. So this stage, it can bring about depression or despair, and it'll be in fear of losing our identity, what we thought was, and it's our old self. That is the old self. The old self is what we are afraid of losing. It's what brings about fear, because when we think about identity, we think about that is all we have a mental understanding of. That's all we have a connection to. That if we don't have an identity, we're like, so what am I? Who am I? Because humans love to identify and be able to label things. That is just something that is innately in our DNA, that humans experience a lot of frustration, confusion, and difficulty when we are constantly trying to label things in our life. Humans will constantly try to be able to label things so we can better understand it. But sometimes things are not going to be able to be labeled all the time because it's not going to be able to be a tangible thing sometimes. Sometimes the things that we want to identify are literally so many different things in one. They're different perspectives. There's the dichotomy, reference that I was talking about, that there's 2 sides to everything. There's a positive and a negative side. Positive doesn't always mean good. Negative doesn't always mean bad. So when we're experiencing this struggle, this despair, all of these troubles within us, we start to get closer to the idea of spiritualization, which gives us the ability to see life in a new light-filled way. And this can be referred to as like having the light come back into your eyes, finding a purpose for life again, walking in the same rhythm of your life and that embraces all that you are. So we have to let go of the old life that no longer serves us, and the present. And this is accompanied by true inner peace and contentment. And when I'm saying that this idea, alchemization, was something that had been here, especially the psychological spiritual definition, this has been here since medieval times. Like, people have been doing this. This is not a new concept whatsoever. And these ideas, these skills they're true. They're tried and true. They've been practiced. There are people that are walking testaments of being able to master alchemy, and you will see that they are great. They were able to utilize all of these things for the greater good. Not everybody ends up being a good person, but that they are be able to tap into a level, a experience, a realm of receiving things that just come to them naturally. So moving on to the sixth step, in distillation, the impurities are removed. So when you are, in chemical terms, when you are burning the ashes, when you are, putting them together, when you are putting it through water, the impurities become removed, and basically you would get the liquid form of whatever it is that you're trying to create. So we're still in our liquid stage. It's still fluid. It's still unsure. It's still not compacted. And in this stage, nothing is left but our essence. Literally, what is inside comes out. And not really essentially like our thoughts, not our desires, not our belief systems. It's literally the purest form of who we are on the inside gets expelled. It's energy, it's vibration, it is essence. So this is the actualization of one's spirit completely. And so, according to Jungarian terms, if you know, Carl Jung was a Swiss philosopher. He was a psychologist. He founded analytical psychology, personality, dream analysis, kind of human psyche, in terms of introvert, extrovert, ambivert, all of those things were kind of his thing. So, in his terms, the assimilation of the shadow self, or our true self, will be a step up in consciousness, will be a step up in our vibrational power. And in this stage, our core identity is freed from our inferior elements. Our core identity, who we truly are on the inside, is freed from everything else outside of us. The world, society, social media, everything. Our friends, family, all of those identities are diminished and they are no longer a part of us. So this is another experience of ego death. But in this stage, ego death is more permanent. They'll say that in order to experience true peace and true bliss in our life, we have to die to our ego. We cannot carry ego within us. And this has a lot of similar qualities to, if you are familiar with Buddhism. Monks, they don't have any ego. They've died to that. Monks don't live according to the world. They don't surround themselves with worldly pleasures. They actually praise themselves in being able to live through life completely content and happy and at peace with themselves and their surroundings, because they were able to detach what worldly things meant to them. This includes clothing. This includes food. Materialistic items, cars, houses, wealth, all of these things. They live truly in bliss. And again, this life isn't for everyone. That's why spirituality and the steps of alchemization and all these things are truly for whoever fits that shoe. Whatever step that you decide you want to stop at, that is up to you. It is your life. You can do whatever you want. It is your life. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. So just know that when you are continuing to live in certain worldly pleasures and other things, there will be some sense of feeling like you still lack, or you still are incontent, because you could always have more. You could always have the better thing. And that's why it's so important to live in the present, to live understanding that you are not any of this. You're not the clothes that you wear. You're not the jewelry that you put on your body. We all come into this earth literally naked, without anything, with no gold, with no jewelry, with no clothes. We come as ourselves. We come as a literal fetus, ready to take on the world's challenges and demons and everything. And we are ready to gain the knowledge and the understanding of everything that encompasses life, everything that encompasses that. And it's like, if you grew up not being able to, live in a necessarily necessarily not toxic situation, in a dysfunctional home, a lot of these things will be more difficult to achieve, because we realize that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to dismantle what we've already known about ourselves, and then putting that into practice, into the right practice of constantly understanding that we are more than what we have brought up to understand or learn about ourselves. In this step, it's an assimilation of your shadow self going into your true self. So it'll be a step up in consciousness. You'll be able to hear the true voice of your soul, the true voice of not your unconscious thoughts, not your limiting beliefs, but the thoughts that are usually driven through by spirit, by God, by our guardian angels. You'll be able to hear those voices so much more clearly. And all of us, whatever terminology you like to use, spirit guides, universe, whatever, everybody is able to have or able to hear this voice that is in the spiritual realm, that's in the realm based on vibration and frequency that exists in this world. Our world is full of vibrations and frequencies. It's full of positive and negative forces, of neutrality. All of these things already exist in this world. And since we are one with the earth, we are a part of the earth, we come from the earth, that we will be able to tap into these powers and these concepts and these things as well, as long as we're able to unlock it within ourselves with the right work, with the right practice. In this stage, you'll also be able to channel more from the divine. Channeling from the divine means that you are able to use what they have tried to tell you, what they try to guide you with, because everybody innately has some sort of spirit entity or being within themselves that will help them guide through this life, because they know this stuff is not easy. This life is not easy, and not everybody is meant to hear these voices, because not everybody is capable of doing the work. Not everybody will do the work, but those who will, the guides and God and spirit and your angels, they will hear that, they will see you actually putting in the work, and they'll be like, okay, I'm actually help you. Because you are walking in a path of righteousness. You are walking in a path of divinity, of embracing your natural gifts and who you truly are, the way that you came into this world. So I'm going to help you, because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a true reason to walk this life. Everybody has a goal that they have to achieve before the end of their lives. And if you do not achieve this goal, a lot of people will end up experiencing their souls basically being stuck between the realm of the afterlife and, transitioning into a rebirth or reincarnation. And this can go into like a more sensitive topic, because a lot of people will be like, oh, well, there's reincarnation, there's heaven, there's hell, there's all these other ideas. But the way that I like to think about it is that we are here on this earth in one moment, and we are not in this earth. Our spirit and our soul will transition into something, whether that be becoming, returning to the earth, becoming an essence that will help others in the future. Our souls will end up going into an afterlife, or reincarnating into something. It can be reincarnation into another being. It could be reincarnation to another being, in the sense that if you did not carry out your purpose, if you did not follow the steps that were required for you to be able to understand what your purpose is in this world, what you are supposed to do, what your true desires and your gifts are, God and all of them, they're going to make you live through life again. They're going to make you live through it again and again and again, until you finally understand that you got to do the work. It's not going to stop. You have to do it one way or another, or else you will not receive true bliss and peace. Your soul will not be laid to rest, true rest. So that's why it is so important that, being able to understand the connections of your ancestral tribe as well, what your ancestors went through. If you have ancestors that are coming back and reincarnating, and people around you that are angry and that are upset because they didn't get to live their life the way that they wanted to, they didn't get to do this, they didn't get to do that, it will come out. It will come out in people that family members. It'll come out in situations that you're dealt with, and all of these things you truly have to separate yourself from, because you are not a part of your ancestors. And the ancestors who actually did the work, that they truly they lived their purpose in the best way that they could have, some of those ancestors will come back as angels. They'll come back as people that walk this earth, and they will come to us and they will tell us, I love you. I have so much respect for you because you did what I couldn't have. You carried out the goals that we were already trying to achieve, but you did it by yourself. And that is such a commendable quality, a commendable thing to have about yourself, to hold with yourself in this life. When you're living in accordance and in full unity with one and yourself, when these things are not separate, you will live in true bliss and peace and contentment. You will, because you are so sure in yourself. There's nothing, not any situation, not a person, not a bill, not confirmation part. There's not a bill, there's not a situation, there's not a problem. There is nothing that will change your vibration, that will get you out of the mindset that you already worked your butt off for your entire life. Nothing can knock you. Nothing can break your soul, if you know that song. So, now moving into the 7th step and the final step, coagulation. This is referred to as solidification. So, in more layman terms, you could understand this as a cut, like a literal cut on you, turning into a scab. So, like if you scraped your knee, your blood is going to end up doing the work so that you can heal yourself. It will turn into a scab. The antibodies and whatever will come. The anticoagulation agents will come. Coagulating agents will go to the site of the injury, and they'll be like, let me patch you up. Let me fix you because you are hurt, and I don't want you to be hurt anymore. I want you to heal. So this stage is when you are truly walking in your true self, and you're solid in that as well. You're solid in your belief. You know yourself. You are sure about yourself. There's nothing that can rock you because you are so grounded in your presence, grounded in your vibration. You are usually in your most vibrational self at this point. You are in the highest. You have received true consciousness. You're truly independent and complete, and you don't need anything more from a worldly world. Literally, you don't need anything. Not even other people or relationships, because you could literally live fully and wholly happy and content with yourself. And at anything, like any experience or relationship or anything that is outside of you, is truly, you have to think about it as an addition to your life, an addition to your experience, a little love note, a little blessing from God to just make your life a little bit more fun, more awesome and great. Because yes, everybody comes into this earth alone and they'll die alone, but that doesn't mean that you have to be alone for the rest of your life. But you do have to discern and have and be careful about what energies that you let in your space, what energies that you accept in your circle, because not everybody is meant to be around you. Not everybody is meant to experience your light. Not everybody's meant to experience your greatness, your gifts. Nope. And a lot of people will think, that's selfish or that's mean or blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's protecting your peace. If you've done the work your entire life and you've actually put word into action, you are serious about yourself, you are serious about the true love and respect that you have for yourself, you will understand that it is dangerous. It is harmful to be around energy that has not healed their traumas, that has not healed themselves. Because if you are a highly energetic being, you will have energies that are not yours attached to you so quickly that it will take time, a lot of time to fix. And that person will not know anything about it. They won't know that you messed them up energetically. They won't know that you took them off their balance. They won't know that you riled them up, that you made them have to do the work again, have to take either a few days or even journaling to write about an experience that you had with somebody because you were giving out your energy too freely. They won't know that because they don't know the work. They haven't done it. And this is not to say that you're better than anybody else. It's truly in the essence that not everybody is meant to walk with you in this life. Not everybody is meant to experience you. And this is coming from someone who used to people please and used to want everybody to eat at the table too. I used to want everybody to be around me, everybody to win, everybody to feel loved and welcomed. But truly, you cannot give everybody all that you have. You could spread love, you could spread kindness, consideration, empathy, but you cannot get vulnerable. You cannot give it your all to just anybody because there are energy vampires, there's monitoring spirits, there's evil people in this world that will take everything that you have until you have nothing left. They will take everything that you have and not care about how it made you feel, about how you received that interaction, about how you would have to heal from it. And I know because this is, again, living testament. This is real life things that I have been through, that you cannot let everybody eat. You cannot let everybody get in on your success and on your love, in on your purpose, your passions, your true innate desires. Not everybody can know about it. And a lot of people will think that, well, it gets pretty lonely that way. And that is the truth if you think of it as being lonely. We are going to be alone most of our spiritual journey. We will be alone most of our lives because, again, we came in here by ourselves and we're going to die by ourselves. And whether or not if you have a life partner with you, you have someone to walk in this step with you, and through this life with you, that person is going to have to go through God, got to go through trials, got to go through the hell and back and everywhere else to be able to be with you. Because not everybody is meant to be with you. Not everybody is meant to eat off of your success, eat with you. We need nothing more from a worldly world. So all polarities and dichotomies that are existing in this world, so this includes the body and the soul. So the body, the physical body that walks on this earth, the one that we were all given, that ultimately is not us. We are not our body. We are not this. What you see is not me. What is me is the words that I say out loud, is the way that I make people feel, the way that I look into people's eyes and give them a sense of purpose and hope and love again. That is me. And my soul is exactly what is on the inside that you can't see on the outside, but that harmony between the two will be able to show much better when you are living in accordance to your spirit. And this also includes the male and female energies as well. We'll both have divine feminine and divine masculine energy. We'll have that balance. And a lot of people like to think of these people as very attractive beings because they are. They are. When you are living in your true and highest self, when you are living in the highest vibration that you could be at, you gravitate so many people around you. You gravitate love. You'll gravitate marriage proposals. You'll gravitate freaking offers out the woo-ha. You'll gravitate opportunities. You'll gravitate love from other people that don't even know you. You'll gravitate so much from other people. People will treat you like royalty because you treat yourself like royalty. You consider yourself royalty. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful stage of your life, of being able to understand yourself to a whole nother level. You are whole. And this is when gold is created and solidified. So going through all the whole chemical process, the coagulation stage is when gold is created. And I like to think of gold as in like you are gold, because you've worked so hard to buff and fix and clean and burn off and cut and dye and kill whatever it is that was leading you into a limiting and small life, that now you are gold. You are shiny. You are beautiful. You are essence. You are spirit. You are light. You are divine. You are righteous. In this stage, it takes a while to get to. But when you get to this stage, it is such a beautiful feeling. A beautiful feeling that I hope that I myself will eventually get to, and I hope that everybody that is watching this video will get to as well. And as long as I'm continuing to walk in my purpose, continuing to wake up every day and make these videos to help you guys to get closer to yourself, that I'll be able to help you guys to get to this stage too. Because I truly believe that this world is all about not being a singular winner, or one person that wins all of the bread and nobody else can get anything. Now, this is different from letting people get into your energy. That's why I had to start doing a YouTube and doing this type of method of being able to talk to people and helping, because not everybody was meant to have a one-on-one interaction with me. Not everybody was able to look into my eyes and to receive my essence, because I have to protect it first and foremost. But what I will do is take every day that I can, even on the days where I don't feel like it, and I will show up for the people who are struggling, the lost souls that are still wandering this life, not knowing where to go, the people that are not knowing when they're going to smile next, when their next meal is, when their next positive relationship is, when their next blessing will come. I'm doing it for those people that need the guidance, that need the help, that are willing to accept the help, and to be humble, and to be knowing that this is not everything that you've known thus far. Is not everything that you will know in this life. It's not all. There is so much more, and depending on how old you are, even if you are 50 years old, you still have so many years in your future to live and to experience and to make the changes necessary to live in your purpose, to live in your life the way that you've always wanted to. Yes, you can. I'm telling you, you can do it, because as I said before, I truly resonate with being a vessel on this earth to speak through, for spirit to speak through me, and I share all the learnings and all the teachings that I receive throughout my life, and I'm able to change the lives of other people by sharing that, because I don't think that only I should be able to experience this beautiful life, this beautiful feeling of being at peace, of being able to live in my dreams. I don't think that it should be this hard. I don't think that everybody should have to walk through this life alone. I know that I didn't even have anything like this growing up. So I am for damn sure going to make sure that the young girls and young teenagers, young boys, young non-binary kids, and young queers, they're going to have all this guidance. They are. Because everybody is meant to be great in this life. If you let yourself, if you truly believe that you can be great and you are worthy to receive. This is a long process. Trust and believe. When mixed with art and creation, the most beautiful things can come out. Trust and believe. When you are writing, using all the things that you've been brought up with to reflect and to understand and expand on those lessons and ideas, some beautiful things can happen. When it will be a very divine experience. It will, because you are completely in connection in the vibrational frequency to hear from God, from hear from your spirit team, from hear from your angels so much more often. It will come up more often, and it can get scary at first when you're starting your spiritual journey, and you'll start to experience, ear ringing, when you'll experience presence or in the room, when you'll experience, like literal a hand on you or a hand on your face, when you'll hear or feel like cold and hot out of nowhere. The windows don't even have to be open. You'll be feeling warm out of nowhere when it is cold. Just all of these things. That is spirit. It is the divine giving you little winks and little nudges here and there that they are always with you, because they truly are. And I hope that that is something that carries you in this process of spiritualization and alchemization. Yes, because you are not alone. And I know that I could only talk so much. Only so many people may see this. But what's most important is that you already know you have all these gifts within yourself. You have to unlock them. It'll take time, but it is a skill, and a skill is not grown overnight. A habit is not grown overnight. You have to practice it every single day. No breaks. And in a way to think about it, because a lot of people, especially for me, who struggled with doing things on a routinely basis, that doing something every day is very daunting. But that's why you got to make it fun and positive for yourself. You got to make it a positive experience. So whether that be journaling about something that you enjoy to write about, watching a YouTube video that makes you happy, whether that be a tarot reading or a confirmation or some sort of nature healing video that makes you feel at peace inside and you write to it, or if you go out on a nature walk and you just sit with nature for a little bit and you just be like, hey, I want to talk to you real quick. I got some things on my mind and I need some help. Or I'm feeling this. Or I'm feeling that. Talk to nature, because nature baby it knows. It knows you. You are part of nature. So it will help you if you are able to listen. If you have the discernment, if you have the discipline to stick with it. The results will show. And what you are longing for will come. Because we will no longer have longing. We will have everything that we always ever needed in ourselves. And we will truly live in peace. We all have superpowers. They just don't want you to recognize it. Not everybody wants to do all the work either. And a lot of people, capitalism, white people, will want you to believe that you can't do it. That it's not worth it. That you can make it by with the American dream, doing this one way that everybody else did it. But not everybody is meant to live the same life that everybody else walks on this earth. Not everybody is meant to. And when you are faster to realize that you are different than the crowd, that you are not cut from the same cloth, you will literally live more in accordance to your happiness and to your divinity. Because life is supposed to be fun. Life is supposed to be positive. Life is supposed to be enjoyable. And even if you are in the lowest position that you've ever been in your life, you'll be able to find something happy and positive and something to rejoice in that situation.
You will be able to find the reason to keep going. It will already be within you. You are the reason to keep going. Because when you show people the work that you've done, and show as in you show up for yourself. You exude confidence beyond a level you've ever had before. When you are walking in your purpose, when you are doing the thing that you love, people will see it. They will be shook by your energy. They will be shivering in their boots. They'll be wanting to know, how did you do it? How did you get so confident? How are you famous? Who do you do? Who are you? They'll really be asking, who are you? Because you are literally that divine beach. Okay, You are doing the game. You are doing the work. It will show. Trust and believe. If you ever thought that you would never be seen in this world, never be recognized, never be highlighted for the things that you have worked so hard your entire life for, and it could just be literally something as simple as human decency and respect. When you give that to yourself for the first time, everything else will follow. Trust and believe. You will not see experiences that have given you setbacks as something to keep you down. It will be something to continue to grow and to love and to build upon. I know that, there was only 3 more steps in this process for the alchemization video, but Spirit in me just wanted to tell you that. It was on my mind, and it came through. And I hope that whoever is watching this, that you believe that you can do it too. As I said in the last video, this is a healing journey not just for myself, but for you guys too. That if I'm going to go through it, I'm going to have you guys go through it too, because we are all meant to eat. If we do the work, if we're being righteous, if we're being true in ourselves, we're all meant to receive these gifts. But only a select few will actually be sticking with it, sticking with the work, sticking with what they're supposed to do, sticking with their dreams, be serious about themselves, be serious about their life, about their passion, about their gifts. Not everybody will think that they can live their dreams because of money, because of their circumstance, because of this and that. But you got to do it. You got to do it broke.
You got to do it in the environment that you might not want to be in right now. You got to do it not knowing how you're going to pay your next bill. You got to do it not knowing when you're going to get your next meal. You got to do it. And I know it's easier said than done, but there'll be a time in your life when you're going to be sick and tired of doing this cyclical thing, living in karmic cycles, living in these repeated curses that are constantly being put upon us. Constantly living in chains that we do not need to live in anymore, because we've always been free. We've always been free, and the system will not want you to believe that. They will not want you to have you actually understand and think, oh yeah, I can actually do this. If I eat healthy, if I take these vitamins, if I do this yoga, if I do this work, if I put myself in these circumstances, if I live according to my dreams, if I live in my purpose, if I live having a full throat chakra and everybody can hear me and everything that I got to say, we will all be unstoppable forces. But that's why not everybody is meant to tap into these things. They don't want you to know this. Trust and believe they don't. And I know because there's so many people that I have met that truly believe that the life that they are living is all that they will ever have. Family that has been living in the same habits, the same routinely job. I would grow up being like, I do not want to do anything that y'all are doing. I do not want to be like this. What is this? It's some bull. If life is like this when I grow up, I don't want to be in it. And so I made sure that it wasn't like that. And I'm here to serve you guys, help you guys along the way. We'll all make it out if you truly want it enough. I'm sending so much love, so much empathy, so much space for you guys for this healing journey, for all of the pain and all the suffering that will come up in this journey. Watch the part 1 if you want to know the more steps that are probably more applicable to a lot of people that are experiencing it right now, including myself. That these last 3 steps was just more of an educational understanding of what is coming if you do the work, what is meant for you, what will be the result. So yes, again, I'll be doing a video to help you guys just basically better build a spiritual routine for yourself, not having a routine that how everybody else on YouTube be, telling you got to do this, you got to do that, do this, do that, do it. Like, first of all, calm down. Calm down. I have an authority problem, so calm down. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do it if it feels good. I'm going to do what feels good to me, what is in alignment with where I'm at right now. So I'm going to help you guys figure that out in the next video. Give you guys multiple different options different resources, different ways of outlets and things to help you along this spiritual journey, because the spiritual hygiene is so important in this journey. It is. The consistency. You have to stay consistent. You got to do something that you enjoy doing every day to want to do it, right? So you're not going to do something that you don't actually enjoy doing because you're just going to end up not doing it no more. That's how a lot of things went for me as well. That if I didn't truly enjoy it, if I didn't truly find a purpose or find that it was actually working or paying off, after a while, like, I just wouldn't do it no more. But I'll share a little bit on my spiritual hygiene and my routine, what you guys can do to help better yourselves, and you can join these routines and these tips and tricks with the spirit or the science of alchemization, and beautiful things will happen. I'm telling you, you will make it happen. It'll be a harmonious unity. And so I'm very much looking forward to having you guys join me on this journey. If you have any comments or anything down below, anything that you are going through, to share it. I am here for you guys. This is literally a channel that is for everybody to have a safe space, to feel loved, to feel seen, to feel like they have a place at the table if they truly believe that they always wanted to be better or find their purpose or live in accordance to their dreams in their life. There's a place for you. And I'm sending so much love again. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the sun if you have the sun out. And continue to live your life through childlike inner child eyes, because that is where the true wonder lies. That's where the true wonder lies in this world, in true happiness, true bliss and peace. Because we're all still kids at the end of the day. We all are. We're just bigger. So do the work. If you want a better life for yourself, do the work. Take as much time as you need. Take breaks. Take pauses. Take meditation. Do whatever, because nobody else is waiting on you except for yourself. And you're not on anybody else's time but yours. And divine timing, yep. So be patient with yourself. Be kind. It's not easy, but it is worth it. So I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. I'm sending so much love, and there'll be more in the future. Hope to share some other art on this page as well, just not just talking videos. But yes, I'll see you guys next time. I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.